And the team continues to make an impact. A few weeks ago, Las Vegas Aces star Liz Cambage opened up about her battle with depression, saying sometimes strong people are not that strong. And our next guest knows this all too well and how hard it is for sports stars to come forward with issues of mental health. Please welcome race car driver Justin Peck to studio. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And talking about something that is so personal and that I think a lot of people try to keep very private, but you're putting it all out there with a new book and making appearances. Tell me why.
It's honestly, I'm sick of the stigma. I'm sick of the stigma of mental health, right? So I'm no different than anybody else that walks on the street. My mind process is just a tad different than other people, but I'm still just a normal guy, right? And so the problem that I'm having is, well, I think what I'm really trying to do is just kill that stigma.
Yeah.
Like we don't need to. We need to have tolerance for people.
Absolutely, and I think being in the position that you're in as a sports star, a lot of kids especially look up to sports stars.
Yeah.
And I think seeing you guys talk about something that can be so stigmatized can be something that helps open up the conversation. You're living with class 1 bipolar disorder.
Yes.
And you say your vice on the track saved you. Tell me what you mean by that.
Well, so my helmet. So there are a few things that I don't talk about when I speak, and I call them my 3 Ps. It's the pills, prophets, and politicians. Those are the 3 things I don't talk about. But on the medication side of things, the one med that I do talk about is my helmet. So once I take the helmet and put it on my head, oh my gosh, the whole world just stops.
Really?
Like it's incredible. So all of the outside junk, all of the mental illness, or the overthinking, the anxiety, it goes away. So
yeah.
it's my peace, it's my serenity.
So this is your outlet.
That is my outlet for sure.
And do you, when you talk to kids, do you try to encourage them to find an outlet for them?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's the youth nowadays. If we can get them off of the social media, we get them off of the TV and get them outside. I grew up outside.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I did. I mean, summertime, the shirt comes off and you're on your pedal bike, and that's just what you did. And we've kind of fallen away from that. And in my family, we don't. We're on the racetrack all the time. So.
Yeah, and we were talking about that a little bit over the commercial break. You pretty much have a nonstop lifestyle.
Yeah, it's fun.
I mean, when do you find a break for yourself to go outdoors and take it all in?
It's, well, I mean, I get to do that quite often. I mean, it's on the racetrack. We race anywhere between 38 and 42 weekends a year.
Wow.
So that's kind of my release. That's my outlet. People, talk about vacations and stuff, and I get to play.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what I get to do.
Yeah. Let's talk about your memoir, Bulletproof. What inspired you to write it? What can we find in here that we won't get in this 3-minute segment?
So the main purpose of the book was I wrote it for my children. I had no intentions at all of publishing the book. It was more of just kind of an account of what their dad was like, how goofy he was when he was 40 or whatever, and they were young. So when they turned that age, they could read it and understand it. And it ended up turning into a book. Someone,
wow.
I had a few people say, you need to publish it, and so we did. And so the book's pretty much everything on the book is based on mental health, a lot of the racing stuff, but then it goes over bullying, and it goes over addiction, and it goes over suicide, and it goes over a lot of the topics that we need to be discussing in society nowadays, but we just don't. So that's kind of the main purpose, is now it's a platform where people can read it, they can relate if they can, and if they can relate, open your mouth and talk.
So tell me why you say having a mental disorder can be a gift.
So a lot of people call it like a mental disorder. For me, it's a mental blessing.
Yeah.
And this is the main reason why, is because without the disorder, I wouldn't be who I am. The disorder, I don't let it define me, but it's my personality, and it's the goofy person. Like, I'm very animated, and I like to bounce around a lot, and it's just part of who I am.
Well, Justin Peck, I wish we had more time, but I really want to thank you for opening up about your struggles and your blessing with your book and with us. So if you want to check that out, just head on over to JustinPeck.com. You can also follow him on social media. Thank you again for opening up.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.